Okay, you have about 30 seconds.
3 seconds. In conclusion, these tax credits would help UT students and students of all Texas colleges, and that the UT System Governmental Relations Office should lobby for them during this current legislative session.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, we'll now enter Q&A. Are there any questions? Representative Tristan?
Agencies that you wide, have you spoken to anybody in the government relations office, and more specifically, like how will you go about ensuring that this is actually the bill, or at least trying to fulfill it?
Okay, did you present? Okay.
I'm going to tag and Kevin this question.
Let's get down to business.
Right, yeah. No, at this time, we have not. The government relations office is sharing really open receptive. The plan is to, have the ability to pass this, and then we can reach out to them. It's something that they are going to have to want to do first,
Adrian?
Representative Hazel, CSU-wide. My other question is, the 88th legislature has already commenced, and legislative consensus for a very entity have been submitted prior to the beginning. Why would UT decide to modify their legislative agenda, and would they actually lobby for this session?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So, bill filing is still going on. We have 60 days to file bills. That period has not elapsed yet. I am not aware until of the UT system itself has already submitted and finalized its legislative agenda, but that can always be changed, right? It's still 60 days. I know that there's still conversations ongoing with regards to the budget, with the 32 billion for plus that we have. And so everything is amendable, everything is still up in the air. It is very much still possible, even if, say, the UT system does not support this, or does not intend to make this one of the platforms. This bill would be sort of resolution starting to be sent to a bunch of state lawmakers, and so hopefully it's to get our foot in the door to get someone. If it's not them, then it may be someone. So yeah.
Any other questions? Brian?
Okay, cool. So Kevin, can you elaborate a little more on what exactly you mean by the tax credits? Can you elaborate on what exactly they are?
Yeah, so essentially, for companies that will pay for student loans, for employees that come to their business, the company itself will be provided a tax credit. So when it comes time to file franchise tax and do all that stuff, they'll be given, I don't know if I can phrase this right, maybe it's exemption is what I'm looking for. Right? Is it exemption? Is that the correct word? Like when it comes to taxes? Right? There's a proper term for it, but essentially, with less taxes they will pay, they won't be taxed on them.
Adrian?
So I do understand, Representative CSU-wide. I do understand bills can still be filed. The House of Representatives still hasn't really come to do anything. But in regards to this piece of legislation, I meant by entities submitting agendas and we can amend them. My only question is, if the UT system decides to not take it up, are we going to do something about it in the next legislative session, through this, assembly, or will we just put it on the table if it doesn't happen?
Yeah, so if anyone from the UT system does not accept it, and for whatever reason that the 88th session does not get to it, that will be something that can definitely come up in the 89th. We will all be long gone, I assume, by then. So that will be up to, not only it will be all long gone, so it will be up to people after that to kind of push for that. But I just know as far as where we are right now, in this session, in this assembly, we'll make every effort to try and do that.
Any other questions? Hearing none, the chair returns the time.
All right, welcome back over here. All right. I'm going to refer this to governmental affairs. Good job, Adrian. All right. Oh my goodness.
Oh. What? Oh. All right, next up is AR or AB 11, amending AB 3, the 2022-2023 student government budget to enact spring 2023 appropriations. It is being fast tracked. There's a fast track request. And so the author will have 1 minute to explain their fast track. If everyone can please give the author the attention, thank you.
Yeah, real quick, fast track, because if there is a 1 week delay, then we, the law student boards that did apply and, get approved funding from FJC will not be able to get their money in time for, the events that they applied for, so this is definitely a must-have item by tonight, even if it has to be amended. It cannot go without being passed tonight, otherwise there will be no funding.
The speaker will reclaim the remainder of the time. And we'll now enter Q&A. Are there any questions with regards to the fast track? Seeing none, the speaker will reclaim the remainder of the time and will entertain any motion. Representative Tristan?
Agencies anyway, I motion to fast track this piece of legislation by unanimous.
There is a motion to fast track this by unanimous consent. Is there a second? Are there any objections? Seeing none, fast track approved. All right, we'll now begin with the authorship summary. Whenever you are ready.
Sure. As always, the Financial Affairs Committee was the one that votes to make decisions for our appropriations and our budget, and this happened as normal. I am both just the advisor to the committee, so impartial vote. So if you have any questions, then sorry to answer those. But in general, we actually broke 2 records this semester. First, this is the most amount of appropriations that student government has ever received in 1 semester. So besides that, this is the first time that it's happened specifically in the spring, where there's been more appropriations in the spring than the fall. So that means in total, and on the bill, we received over around $82,000 worth of requests, and there's just no feasible way that we would normally be able to fund all. But with a lot of work on my end and with FAC being willing to take my advice, they are willing to appropriate around $40,000 at least, kind of in generally on a half each request, which is a really, really big deal. Overall, this is also one of the most detailed, amendments for the spring appropriations the student government has ever had. So there's a lot of notes from, the advisor notes are from Veronica, the director notes are from me, and of course there's committee notes that kind of really explain, why, certain, or what was cut and by how much. Overall, I'd say the process was definitely very fair and equitable, because we had leadership from both, the executive and legislative branch, both unanimously kind of agreed that this is, this was a really, really strong appropriation budget. And actually Leland was able to stop by and listen on it as well. So definitely a united front from everyone. And I'm actually really proud of how it went. So yeah, I sent this out earlier and there weren't any questions, and it seemed to be one of the clear cut things, but of course I'll take any questions now.
All right. The speaker will reclaim the remainder of the time and will now enter Q&A. Are there any questions? Representative Whittington?
Representative Williams, College of Liberal Arts, how long was that financial affairs committee meeting? How about it?
How that was it. But the nice thing was that it's also the birthday party, so we did make sure to respect everyone's time that day and didn't stay long hours on that. I believe we started around 11 or 12:30.
It was 1.5 hours. The financial affairs committee has a very efficient way of looking at applications now. We're good at it. So it went.
They've gone through enough special projects with us to know exactly what standards we can apply all year, so they really go and.
Are there any other questions? Seeing none, the speaker will reclaim the remainder of the time and will entertain any motion. Representative Tristan?
Agencies that I move this previous question by unanimous consent.
There's a motion to move the previous question by unanimous consent. Is there a second? Are there any objections? Seeing there's no objection.
And
The previous question?
oh shit, sorry. Fire.
Are you retracting?
Yeah, retracted.
Sorry. Is there any objection to moving the previous question? Seeing none? Okay, Representative Whittington.
Motion to pass AB 11 by hand vote.
Okay, there's a motion to pass AB 11 by hand vote. All those in favor will raise your hand. Oh boy, how do I do this? Oh, there's no way for me to see on Zoom who actually is raising their hand. Okay. 18 people in person.
There's like 2 abstentions, but. 3?
Is anyone able to go on Zoom and like tell me who's voting? Because I can't see who is. On Zoom, I can't see because I'm sharing my screen.
Do you want me to get on Zoom?
See.
Okay.
Those in person, you can lower your hands up.
One, two, three, four, five, wait, no, Zoom, put your hands back, tell them to put their hands.
If you're on Zoom and you're voting in favor of AB 11, please raise your hand.
5 hands on Zoom.
Okay, 17 plus 5. 17, 18 plus 5. Okay, if you're on Zoom, you can lower your hands now. All those not in favor of AB 11, please raise your hand. Anyone on Zoom not in favor of AB 11?
No.
Any abstentions? If you're abstaining, raise your hand. Okay, anyone on Zoom abstaining? Anyone? Sorry, can you on Zoom?
No,
That's okay. Okay, 23 yeses, 0 no's, 4 abstentions, AB 11 is passed. Congratulations to the office sponsor. All right. These are mental health resources. Please use them if you need them. I'll give you all a brief second.
Captain, point of order.
There's a point of order.
So I was.
Can you speak in the microphone?
For. All right, wow, Jesus. All right, so it just brought to my attention that there was a question about a list that was made at the law school by someone else regarding ranking, you know.
Will you say your point of order?
Sure. I was just going to provide more context.
That's not a point of order. Point of order is a breach of rules. If you are seeking to explain to members about that, I suggest you wait till after we adjourn.
Okay.
We're about to adjourn.
Fair enough. Feel free to find me if you have questions.
All right, these are mental health resources. Please use them if you need them. I'll give everyone a brief second. Next slide.
Like, that's why I wanted to bring it up.
next week, oh.
Next slide. Oh, I forgot. Where is it? All right, shout out to Representative Whittington. Does Representative Senathabi want to explain why?
Yeah, Cesar's great. He's always like smiling and happy. Brings a great energy. It's lovely.
All right.
And yeah, shout out to sweater.
Any announcements? Any representative have any announcements? Representative Lujan?
Shout out. I don't know why I wasn't up there. Am I allowed to say it or no? Okay, of course, I didn't want to be like, say that, that's illegal, but anyways, my shout out for Tazo Miyahara, he's the person saying to the left of me. He's been a wonderful representative, and as long as he's been here, we've been 2 peas in a pod, and he made me smile all the time, and I love you very much about that.
All right, okay. Can I keep telling you the next slide?
Hey, Kevin, I have an announcement as well.
Okay,
All right, this microphone isn't working, so I'm gonna use the announcement sign, which was just brought to my attention I can do. For anybody who is trying to figure out more information about.
sorry, I'm so sorry to interrupt you. I know, but if you're gonna make a longer announcement, please speak in the microphone for people on Zoom. Sorry.
It's not working. Microphone died, it's not my fault. So, it's so loud every time. All right, so there have been like 2 conflicting stories that I've been told with a lot of people. One was that there was a physical list, and one was that it was a verbal conversation. With like ranking girls in their section. There was a couple of one else. From my understanding, it's 2 to 3 people. Completely inappropriate. It's something that I believe has been brought to the dean of students' attention. The 1L class basically as a whole condemned it. Recently, was brought to the attention of Reddit by somebody who felt like there was not enough being done about it, understandably so. I'm not sure personally if like student government is the right venue to deal with it, since the dean of students office at the law school is already, handling and looking into the matter and trying to deal with it accordingly. But if anybody has specific questions about it, to whatever context I can provide, I'm happy to. And if I find out more information from friends and classmates of mine, I'm happy to share it.
All right, thank you so much. Are there any other announcements? Seeing none, second roll call, go ahead and fill that out.
Add the little signing thingy to the appropriations. Can you add the little signy thingy to the appropriations so I can sign it tonight? I don't think I'm gonna get to it. Go ahead. All right. Can I add it? Can I just like add my name? You can't get advice. Well, the orgs are waiting for the money.
Is there any objection to me closing the attendance form? If Representative Rogers can stay behind, as well as Representative. Any objection to me closing the attendance form? Yes, okay. Okay. No, wait, over. I need to speak to you. I didn't see it. Okay, any objection to closing the attendance form? Seeing none, we're moving forward. The chair recommends a motion to adjourn. Is there a second? Any objections? Seeing none, see you next week. Have a good week. Adjourn. All right.
That's muted, right? No. I hate that bullshit. I'm sorry.